There's somebody on that team that ain't from here. Okay? It's very evident.
Yep.
Way too big.
What?
Way too fast.
What?
Way too explosive.
What?
Way too smart.
What?
Way too good at football.
What?
Ladies and gentlemen, Myles Garrett.
What an introduction, man. I appreciate it.
Hey, it's a real deal. I got to see you up close and personal whenever you took on the Colts. And let's do this real quick, okay? We have a couple plays just from this season that you have done that makes me believe that you're not an actual human, pal. Do you see the way these teams respect you? You drew a delay of game because the double team was running back and forth like it was Red Rover, Red Rover. At what moment in your life did you expect this, realize this? And why don't we do this every single play if they're going to double you? Let's get a delay of game every single time.
Man, they try to hide it a little bit better. I mean, I think Vrabel was like, to hell with the disguise. We're just going to double this guy. I don't care if he knows or not.
Okay, so let's talk about you standing over top of a guy, practicing little crossover moves like this was some pickup basketball in the offseason where you're taller than everybody and dunking on their face. J.J. Watt said that he's been in this feeling before where there is not a single human on earth that could block you. Is that a good indication of what you were feeling in that moment there?
Yeah, I mean, I feel that every time I feel on the field. But if anyone knows it well, that JJ knows it better than anyone recently. I mean, he's been at the highest level.
So what'd you do? You just got bored and you just started doing it, and then you thought, man, this is pretty sick? Were you kind of in a mode you didn't even know that you were doing that? Or how did this come to be, you think, Myles?
I was just in that flow state, man. I do it at practice and just having fun, just trying to mess with my teammates. Bring out new stuff that I might incorporate into the game. I was like, I've been doing this for a while. Let me break it out when I get the right opportunity. And we got the call, and I was lined up over the center. Had time. I could I was a spinner, so I could get up and mess around with them. I was like, oh yeah, we gotta show the boys that this isn't just for play. We pull this out in the primetime games as well.
Yeah, the internet was losing its mind. This is a regular season game. This is not preseason game. These are against other professional athletes. This guy's dicking around before the ball even gets snapped. And then let's go to it. This is all this season. All these absurd things are happening. Here's you in Indianapolis. Double team, no problem. Let's go ahead and win this game outright by ourselves. Let's ruin all of Indianapolis. There was 5 Myles Garrett, and then you just walked off strutting the entire time. We're 6 yards away from you in our suite right back here, and there was not a single thought that any human could get a body in front of you that entire game. You wrecked the whole damn thing. You ruined our Sunday, Myles. You ruined our entire Sunday from first quarter all the way through the fourth quarter. Even whenever field goals were being kicked, Myles, you decide to do something so bananas and absurd that people think, that has got to be illegal. That's got to be illegal. Watch it back. Nope, not illegal. Just a man doing something that humans aren't supposed to do against other professional athletes. So I tell you all of that to tell you this. Is this the best year you've had? And why do you think you're at this state of your career where you're dominating every single week?
I want to start off by saying I wouldn't be ruining anybody's day, including yours, if you were a Browns fan. This makes this a lot easier for the both of us.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, the future of our team right now, I don't know how it's going.
Relax.
Anyway, stop it. Don't even put that into my ear. But anyways, are you playing your best football right now? Like what I got to witness up close and personal, what we all see every single week. Like, do you realize it? How much more can you go? And why do you think you've got to this point? What is it?
I think I'm near my prime, peak of my powers, and I think it's just matching that experience and that wisdom as well as like my athletic ability. Both of those being combined, I think that's really taking my game to another level. And I got to give credit to my teammates and Jim Schwartz because without those guys and him putting us in position to make plays, none of that's possible. He's willing to line me up anywhere and try out stuff. He knows I'm gonna do my thing. He's like, we'll get you one-on-one and you'll wreak havoc. So go do it.
Yeah, well, you've certainly done that. Let's talk about Coach Schwartz because there was a bunch of stats that we were reading off like the first 5, 6, 7 weeks where this team's only given up 2 first downs all season. There's only been like 14 yards gained in the second quarter against this defense. What has he instilled? Is it an empowerment? Is it strategy? What do you think Schwartz has really done to come in and make you guys such a dominant team?
Man, it's both. I mean, he comes in. It's a mentality. We live by three things. It's passion, that's toughness, and that's effort. And then he bundles, effort with swag. You got to go out there. You got to love the game. You want to let everyone know that you love the game. You celebrate the success of not only yourself but your teammates. And he doesn't just give loafs. If you're dragging ass on a play, he gives loafs if you're not celebrating hard enough. Not only if you make a play, but for your teammates. Now you better let the crowd feel you, the opponent feel you, and show appreciation for every single play. As long as we make a big play, let everybody know. And on the other side of it, he's putting guys in position to make plays, not just myself and everybody up front, but putting those guys on the back end, and man more often than not, because they want to be aggressive. They want to lock up guys one-on-one. They live for that challenge. And then letting those linebackers come downhill. We're penetrating and taking up double teams. He wants those linebackers flowing downhill and making plays in the backfield.
Yeah, you got studs all over the place, and I appreciate the fact that Schwartz is giving out los if you're not celebrating. So then you can just dance all over our faces in Lucas Oil Stadium. Yeah. I mean, just all over our faces, just dancing all. You heard the Myles Garrett chants, obviously, in our stadium. I assume it happens everywhere else. How long's that been happening? And the first time you heard it, what was the feeling that you got?
Man, the first time I got it was that 4.5 sack game I had against the Bears. And that was outstanding. I was already having a hell of a game, but for them to start doing the chants was awesome. Yeah, it started to feel like I was somebody for a second. I had to put the hand up. And you have to play into it. I'm like, if I'm going to be the guy, let me play the character for a second.
Yeah, every day you feel good? You ever wake up on a Sunday and maybe the body? So it says you're 6'4", 270. Is that accurate?
Well, my ID says I'm 6'6", so I'm somewhere in the middle.
Well, the NFL tries its best to make everybody look as small as possible, even though every other league tries to make everybody as big as possible. So 270, though, is the accurate weight?
Somewhere around there. I'm probably a little bit lighter these days, but yeah.
Okay, so we see you dunking, we see you running, we see how low you can get in your bend. Do you ever get sore? Like your body just seems to be different than everybody else's. Is there days where you wake up and you're like, you know what? I can't do a 75-inch box jump today? Or is it every single day you're able to just go crush?
I don't want to sound like
do it.
Like I want to sound arrogant. That's what I would say. But I wake up every day and I just don't feel like sore. Like after games, like that evening, it's like, man, I might have some bumps and bruises, but the next day I'm good. Like I'm ready to go work out.
That's fun.
That would be so much fun.
Sounds fun.
I took a dump 2 days ago. My hammies.
Cramped up?
Sore. You know what I mean? That's where I'm at. So good luck with retirement, even though I think we're going to be a little bit different as we go. What is the workout routine? Because there's those photos on the internet of you just like, oiled up almost.
Absurd.
And then you're just, What do we do? Is it an everyday thing? Or are you strict? What about the diet? How long have you been doing it all? Tell me how I can look like you. That'd be cool.
I have a personal chef that I have a routine with every single day. Work out pretty much almost every day. Monday, get a workout in. Tuesday, get a stress routine in, get treatment. Wednesday, get a workout in. Thursday, small workout, stress routine. Friday, workout in, treatment. Saturday, stress routine. And then Sunday, play the game.
Yeah, but what is this? What is this? What is that? What is that? Is that every day?
That was like an off day.
Okay.
I had to find a gym, and I was like, man, let's just go get something in. And it wasn't planned, and I was like, all right, I feel like hitting this today, and it was like this turned into like a full body thing. And then hit the sauna, came out, and my boy was like, hey, let me get a picture real quick. And they got to show the people you're always working. I was like, all right, sure.
I guess.
Whatever.
I guess is what we're going to have to do. Think about tackles around the NFL, left and right tackles. Just their friend showed them that photo the night before a game. Hey, this is the human coming into town tomorrow. Just a little bit of a heads up. That's awesome. You instill that fear, and the way you play is fun to watch. I also appreciate the fact you're repping Municipal there across the hat in the hoodie. Shout out to Mark Wahlberg. Also, shout out to these shoes. Look, we got a box. Look at these shoes. These shoes.
Pretty good.
Miles?
Flexibility right there.
Pretty damn comfy, aren't they?
Yeah, real quick. I got a pair as well. They're all white. The comfort in the
fit?
The comfort and like it feels like they're nicer shoes.
Yes.
And they look like very good shoes. Are those yours? Did you design them? What's the tie-in with Municipal?
Mark had those. Those are the origins. But I had a relationship with Mark for a while, and aligned in what we wanted to accomplish in that market. Want to do big things together, and so it's just a matter of how we wanted to do things. So it's like I wanted to have my own shoe, wanted to work with athleisure because that's kind of where I wear on the daily, and so it was a no-brainer as far as two people who wanted to carve a different lane for this industry.
You a fashion guy? Always been a fashion guy? Yeah. We see it at Halloween. Looking absurd.
I had no fashion until I got to the NFL.
Well, you got money. That's what happens.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what happens. You kind of get into it a little bit.
I had to save my pennies for food. I wasn't worried about looking the best back in the day.
You look like trash. It's like, well, had to eat lunch today. So I appreciate what you're up to. We're proud of you, man. Keep growing. Keep growing the business brand. And obviously, everything you're doing on the field is awesome. Speaking of that, Tone has a question for you, Miles.
Miles, I was seeing if you were aware that there is a daily argument on Twitter or X about you and TJ Watt and who is better between Steelers and Browns fans. Do you know that that's always going on? Do you have a relationship with TJ since you're in the division? And is any extra motivation since you guys are in the division and you guys are always up for defensive MVP?
Yeah, I've definitely heard the debate. Now, whether I care, not really. I think TJ is a hell of a player, and I think he's fun to watch. Now, I have a lot of respect for defensive guys. I don't care if he's in my division or not. But as far as healthy competition, I mean, I love it. He's right in our backyard. Our teams have history. We're all out defensive ball, so a matter of us going at each other. It's nothing personal, but yeah, I think we both know that the others on the opposite side of the field and want to excel when we match up.
Yeah, people that are competitive are going to want to do that. Right now, the AFC North, by the way, I think if it was to end, all four teams would end up in the playoffs. So it's hot in the kitchen up there. You guys are going to beat the hell out of each other as the rest of the season goes. Classic AFC North. Speaking of beating the hell out of each other, it feels like defenses are having their way this year. I know you guys are playing the best defensive football you've played in a long time under that Schwartz defense. Do you recognize that? Do we think offenses aren't as good as they were in years past, or do you think defenses have gotten better, Miles?
I think defenses are catching up. They're letting them get away with so much. As far as the rules. So defense is finding a way to to even things out, and whether that's scheme or guys getting better or learning more, adjusting. I think we're found this power balance.
Dude, the primetime game, the primetime unders. What's the stat on the primetime games unders?
22-7.
22-7 to the under. That means what the offense is supposed to do, obviously. You're not gambling. We're just giving you a heads up. Nobody's doing it. It is under. And I'm going to tell you, watching you guys dominate in person was cool. But watching offenses just fail. Not good for the league, but also not your problem. You don't need to deal with that at all. Darius has a question for you, Miles.
Yeah, Miles, obviously you're a game record, so teams' offenses are going to be keyed in on you, but crowds are too, and it seems like you've been playing to the crowd more and more. Do you prefer playing to your home crowd or kind of being on the road in a hostile environment?
I love playing on the road, man. There's nothing better than 60,000 going dead ass silent after you make a outstanding play. And then you egg them on a little bit.
Yeah, you
and
this one. Yeah,
you give them a little something to remember, and that's how legends are made, man. That's how teams are remembered.
You literally were doing this For like 40 yards, you were just doing this, and then all the Browns fans were going bananas. It was wild. It was wild. You took over that game. You completely took over there, and just walked all the way to the sideline like that. All the way to the sideline like that. It was
ruined our jerseys.
Yeah, it did. It ruined our Indiana Knights jerseys.
Yeah.
We had special jerseys on, Miles. You do that bullshit. Yeah, we had
special jerseys.
Huh?
Those were special jerseys.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, they were ugly, but they were special.
Miles.
Disrespect. My special jersey now. You remember those jerseys from me now.
That's true.
What's your problem? It was a good day. Now, they're called Indiana Knights jerseys, and it was a 1 o'clock game.
Yeah.
And that's because we got no primetime games all season. Not a single one. So I don't know why they picked you guys to showcase these games, but it was a great game. It was a great game, and you ruined it. You absolutely ruined it. What a night. What a day. It was an honor to watch you play, to be honest with you. Ty has a question for you, Miles.
Yeah, Miles, just curious. Pat mentioned it earlier. You know, we've seen the basketball highlights. Are the Browns ever like, hey, listen, we understand you're a beast out there, but you got to stop playing basketball? I mean, you showed up with the Cavs at Summer League. We've seen you, yoking on people at LA Fitness or whatever. Like, is there ever a thought that they're like, hey, we understand that these clips are incredible. We love watching you play basketball, but the last thing we need is you turning an ankle or dunking on some guy and then having some guy, try to take your legs out from underneath
Gary
you.
V.
Exactly.
Bingo.
After you embarrass him, or are they pretty okay with you going out there embarrassing people on the basketball court?
I'd say they're pretty okay. They know I'm not gonna hoop with anybody who would think of taking me out. Now I usually get a good group of guys, whether it's people I already know or semi-pros or pros. So I'm usually in like a good circle of men, and we can get some good hooping in, and nothing crazy is gonna go on.
So whenever there's like in those pickup games, you're just picking guys, and who you're going to guard. I do a full, hey, we going in the paint? No, sweet. All right, so we're going 3-point line, you and me all day. I assume when you show up at these things, and then in warm-ups you're doing this. In warm-ups you do this, just right here. How you doing, 270? Hi! Oh. No problem. Looking the way you look. Tough to find guys to play with, to play basketball alongside. Is that probably a little bit of an issue? I'm not playing. I'm not playing with you ever. Just want to let you know that.
You got to try and find those college guys, those young college hoopers, young semi-pro guys. They run. You got some former pros who play out in Miami who can still ball. So, and sometimes I hoop with my brother as well. He gets some guys, and he can hoop still at his age. I don't know how he still does it, but it's a good time.
Anybody taking charges? Anybody ever take a Myles Garrett charge?
I only dunk on people if they go up. So if you go up for a charge, I might just stop and pull up a floater or mid range. But if you try to go up with me, then I'll turn it over and dunk it.
Oh, you're John Morant. Got it. Okay, got to do what you got to do. Listen, you got to do what you got to do at 280. Okay, I got it. Last question here for you. We appreciate you. Go ahead, Connor.
Yeah, Miles. Obviously, you're unbelievable at football, and you probably don't have to do this, but because of how smart you are as well, are you doing any shit talk, putting people in absolute pretzels, maybe even giving them a slam poem just in their face after you sack a quarterback or something, or are you kind of just quiet during the game, let your play do the talking?
I'm the quiet storm, man. I don't say anything to anybody. I'll help you up. We might laugh, crack a joke, but as soon as that play starts, it's your behind. That's it.
What the hell is all this stuff, Miles? What is this up here?
Is that Godzilla?
Is that yeah?
There's a couple of Godzillas up there. And a couple of figures I've gotten along the way.
So what's that what's a little human-looking thing on the left there? What is
small one?
That love.
Yeah, that one.
Right here?
Yeah.
It's Mob from Mob Psycho.
Of course. I know that.
Those look sick.
So these are all collectibles? Is that what we got going on here?
Yeah, I got a little collection.
Goku's in there, right? I think just done a lot of.
Well, fortunately, I mean, you're seeing the little stuff. I have a huge mural to my right, which you would, I think you'd appreciate.
What is it? You shirtless? What's the mural?
It's I can spin around and show you.
Yeah, I mean, let's take a tour. Where are we? Is this the office? Sure. Where are we right now?
It is the office. It is the office.
Oh! Oh!
Yeah.
Yes.
Holy
Hell, that's a full die. It's an actual die. Did you kill that thing yourself?
yes.
It's what I do in my off season, you know.
Dinosaur hunting?
Full replica of Jurassic Park.
Mason Rudolph's an idiot. Did you see what this guy? This guy killed a dinosaur with his
wild.
bare hands. Miles, hey, I'm happy that, hey,
That's awesome.
hell yeah, you're doing it. You did it. You figured it out. You beat the game. You did it.
Got this all together. I'm honestly as proud as I've been.
Well, you should have been proud after you ruined Indianapolis, and you do that every single week. Congrats on the municipal deal. We can't wait to rock it, to go ahead and represent everything you got going on, and keep crushing it. You're nominated for a Midi this year, which is our first time ever giving out a mid-season award, so congratulations to that as well.
Appreciate you, baby.
Ladies and gentlemen, All-Pro Myles Garrett.